There we go. Rah, rah, rah. Test, test, test. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I think my microphone broke again. My microphone. Or maybe I'm just speaking. Yeah, I think I'm just speaking. Uh, okay. Anyway, exterior Tyler's apartment complex evening. The partially rusted cool grays of the concrete ceiling contrast the warm autumn leaves of mid-November. Wooden beams meet the concrete texture of the floor, superimposing over the sky blue gradient of the horizon. The vague, uneasy aura of a saturated glow meets rich, dark skin. So, Ella curls up against a pair of passenger seats, with her face buried in her knees. The quality and style of her white, long dress takes as much presence in the room as the streaks of fire emanating from her body. A terrifying, beautiful pyre of greens and purples. Bye! Ella, it crackles with fear. Are you ready? Exterior Tyler's apartment complex evening. The dark rays of the driveway take on a violet tint of sun-baked asphalt. Through reaches gas strands of grass stretch out with all their remaining life. Tyler towers over the height of his vehicle, leaning down towards to tap on the window. Pale, light tones of his skin reach for the car's handle. The door beside Ella opens. He climbs inside. Tear has his car moving. Among smoke accumulating into puffs of black ash overhead, Tyler sits with his knees turned towards Ella. Her head lifts up enough for her eye to stare back past a pair of raids. For her. He reaches for her hand, prompting her to return the gesture. A faint, masculine voice offers its reassurance. It wasn't your fault. An email. Exterior Tyler's apartment complex evening. Rays of soft evening light cast Ella's exaggerated shadow along the apartment's gray carpet, justified by the signs and violets of her flame. She hovers about the entrance, crying silently. Smears of blood and footprints scatter about the interior. She steps in, only to immediately gasp. She scrambles to reach for her feet, clawing at the bands of her flip-flops without concern for her center of weight. The sighs of her fire are matched with the heat of anxiety, the intense, accelerating pulses of warmth matching the increase of her heart rate. Panic envelops the sky, its clear, cloudless blues and purples lost to the approaching threat of darkness. Each step backwards culminates to a harrowing echo upon making contact with the concrete floor. Ella stumbles upon the sensation of the second floor, stumbles back. Stumbles back upon the sensation of the second floor's railing against her back. Tyler grabs her forearm. Her torso hangs motionlessly over a drop of a dozen feet. The display of distraught in Ella's eyes show through a palpable amount of tears. Tyler stares back at her. I'm right here. Interior Tyler's apartment. Evening. A silent moment precedes a sharp hum. Her composure returns in part, finding herself down the apartment's hallway. Tyler hovers about the front door, closing it with a kick as he sets down both pairs of shoes. Her breathing outweighs the muted reverberations of piano keys. Scattered masses of red reflect the highlights of its complementary color, catching her gaze. You'll be okay. She looks up to his tall stature. She looks up. His tall stature appears as a partial silhouette. They're the same person. Faint sound of humming gains volume. The corners of his mouth raise with a heart-warming amicability as he turns towards the hallway, walking past her. I mean it, truly. Lock in, get it twisted. The circumstances surrounding your birth determine where you're going to go. Nothing else matters. At all. Ella follows his gait with her own. Her mouth hangs ajar, tightening upon a light gasp escaping her lungs. She blinks, the humming of another person ceases. Creases form above her eyelids as splashes of blood grow in frequency down the hallway. Feet meet the pale yellows of tiles. I don't feel anything. She looks up to a myriad of cabinets around her. World comprised of nothing but myself. Tyler crouches beside the fridge's cracked door. Its desaturated purples catch the warmth of the surrounding cabinets. I don't feel... Liquid pours out. I don't feel at all. I am. He turns back towards her, still smiling. This is Ella. Her expression succumbs to sadness as his speech softens to a whisper. Do you remember her? I'm stopped playing the piano as I'm in disagreement. That's okay. He waves inside before standing up, closing the fridge. Blue embers spark from her shoulders, flowing through the current of the curious air. Please, as always, the sound of his footsteps grow distant. Make yourself at home. Ella remains suspended in the kitchen, motionless. I believe in you. Streaks of fire flutter with agitation as a pool of vermilion seeps from the edge of her toes. A heavy gulp fills the silence. The melody of a piano returns, a delicate arrangement of harmonious notes. I barely feel the weight of air above. Her hand grips the handle of the fridge. Dark and pink skin catch the unapologetic whites of a fluorescent lamp. A pair of hands, bereft of a ring finger each, float above white and black columns. Ella's arms jolt back. A horribly mangled torso gives way to a skeletal structure, exposing half of its ribs and spine along with the entirety of its pelvis. She tightens into a ball of limbs. A length of luscious hair gives way to smooth, unblemished skin, with thin eyebrows meeting curves of blinking eyelashes. The head of a corpse-like figure before Ella presents a beautiful, soft pair of widened eyes. Ella stares back, enriched and visible, says, "Hi, Ella. Nice to." The fridge shuts closed. She stumbles around the counter, trying to run. Interior, Ella's bathroom, evening. Ella curls up in the bathtub, with the room containing an intense roar of an isolated house fire outweighing the volume of her cries. Interior, Charlotte's kitchen, evening. Ella hides behind the kitchen's counter, with her flame continuing to take on a bright, saturated hue of cyan. Crouches in an overhead cabinet. Its contents rest neatly along the floor, organized in rows of plastic, by their plastic filled with blood. Sorry. I barely feel the weight of air above. Ella hides behind the kitchen's corner, with her flame continuing to take on the bright, saturated hue of cyan. Crouches in an overhead cabinet. Its contents rest neatly along the floor, organized in rows by their plastic or glass texture, all filled with blood. Hi again. She tries to wave, only able to lift up her hand. Did you know that there are 23 quadrillion parallel universes featuring you and I? M's excitement reflects an enthusiastic smile. Their teeth show. It's almost as if we were. Sorry, I fucked up the delivery of that. It's almost as if we were. A prolonged gap in their speech takes hold of their stance, only for them to burst with motion, nearly falling. Gasp! I've got it! Destiny! Her breathing becomes audible, leaving her trembling in place. We were fatefully destined to meet today. Ella steps back slowly, then tries to run again, almost tripping. Farewell again. A featureless room nearly devoid of furniture bursts open to Ella falling over and crying. She crawls beneath the glass of an aquarium, hiding under. The room radiates with the intense clarity of a rain. Streaks of reds and cyan match the hue of a neon terra swimming. The neon terra. The room radiates with. Oh, I already read that. A drawn out click of a light switch captures the moment, casting overexposed cool highlights along the interior. Tyler hovers beneath the bedroom's doorframe. Ella? He walks in with his head leading his gate. Ella! Delivery. A debilitating hesitation nearly stops her from replying, only allowing for a whisper. It should have been me. His tone lowers by an octave. Ella? He drops to the floor. No, 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 no. She shrieks. It's just me. Just this is the part I was already going to. She shakes her head, burying it in her palms. Tyler gradually reaches out to Ella. Her hands pull back, though eventually commits, their fingers interlocked. The moment of catharsis passes in silence. The sound of Ella's panting fills the silence. She starts shifting towards the edge of the bed. Bro. As Tyler helps her up, the overhead light adjusts to a warm orange. They both stand beside one another. Ella lifts her gaze up to the floor of Amaya. Her nervousness partially escapes her. She bears the pressure of looking at Tyler. They exchange a hug. Would you be willing to get help? Like therapy? Tyler nods. My parents wouldn't support me. An idle moment precedes a light gasp. Blood tears up again. Oh, right. She drops her arms. She lets go of his hand. Her voice cracks. Can we try again? Days, sometimes they'll never end. Okay. Lock in. Interior, Tyler's kitchen, sunset. Her. I'm not locked in. Ella stands beside Tyler, hiding one side of her face behind him. Her free hand, graceful in its lack of shaking, lowers to a state of rest. Emma's body suspends itself against the sides of the cabinet, upside down. Ella squeezes Tyler's hand. She steps forward without letting her heels make contact with the floor. Sorry. Ella tries to hold eye contact, but can barely keep Emma in her peripheral vision. Can we be? A gulp precedes a barely audible volume. Friends again? Em turns their head. Smiling, they shake out of place. A shuffling of smooth surfaces proceeds. Egad! Egad! A pair of feet nearly land on the drawers below. Close one. The closest of ones indeed. I should cry. I should cry. I already did cry. Not sure if that was on camera. Not sure. A single clap of their hands blends. A single clap of their hands blends into multiple. Anyways, the hand extends straight out. I'd love to be your friend. Lowers their hand to a state as their arm uncomfortably stretches forward. The pinks and oranges of the sky blend seamlessly into the yellows of the painted walls. Her own makes contact, loosely grasping a blend of shaking hands. A pair of heels drop to the floor with relief. Demeanor succumbs to shyness as she breaks eye contact and lets her eyes wander upward. Would you be willing? Her other arm, excuse my cursing. Her other arm slides to the height of her head. The intensity of her flame partially extinguishes. To let me touch my hair? I need help. A text message from an unknown number. What? respond to this. Okay. Ella looks up to a confident pointing finger. To confidently pointed finger. A confident pointed finger. Aha! I knew it! I possess that knowledge. Bad delivery. Look away, look away. An Outlook notification. Oh my god. They should just cry. They being a certain non-binary person. Denoting, um, okay. The corners of her mouth of them. Body language. M steps forward, placing their hands beside their exposed spine. Ella lets her hand reach outwards. M closes her eyes as her fingers glide across lush, thread-like curls. Her hand approaches her face. Is this okay? They nod for an exaggerated length of time. Ella strokes M's cheeks. The intimacy of eye contact prompts mutual blush. Tyler smiles, still holding Ella's hand. Here, Tyler's kitchen, twilight. Twilight. M's piano. Oh my god. You just had to join. You just had to. You just had to.
Yeah, I had to.
So
Anyway,
I'm just feeling like really I'm not hyped. There was a time where I was hyped and locked in and cool and good and everything was cool and good. Now everything is warm and bad.
warm and bad. Why? What happened?
Um I don't Hang on.
You don't.
Hang on, I'm stretching. I'm stretching. Okay. So like it's just okay. So I talked about it. Like I wanted the emotional climax. So can I just read out loud some like it's just I don't know. I need an opinion before I show this to fucking all the voice actors and then I cry and then I sob and then I cry and then I sob.
Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm willing to listen.
So you're like I'm not gonna start over. I'm already like halfway through the fucking hopefully it's like clear that like the angel is like goddamn. Because if it is, then I'm just gonna fucking explode. Explode into a
Well,
million pieces.
there's going to be drawings. If people don't understand and they're silly, they need to practice by reading picture books again.
That's just rude. You're rude.
No, it was rude on purpose. I wanted to be rude. I feel like being rude to people.
You're cringe. Okay.
No,
M's piano rests against the dining counter, with its keys descending to the weight of two pairs of hands. The melody of loosely echoes in a lower octave as Ella tries to mimic M's movements. The natural piano keys catch the warmth of the orange and yellow lighting of the artificial. Oh wait, but I already used. Oh my god. Okay. Tyler lifts from the floor, holding a cup between his thumb and index finger. M stops humming to speak, continuing to play. Please sing with me. He pours the blood from a jar into the sink, rinsing it with water as Ella looks back to him. Her curved eyebrows desperately search him for a reply. Days seem like sometimes as if they'll never end. Tyler begins humming along to M's melody. The sink nearly turns off with a twist of the handle. No way! M's eyes close as her back and neck sway to the notes. Ella tries to hum along with as well. Sun digs its heels to taunt you. Tyler lifts his cup to the height of his eyes, holding it up to the bright source of light in the sky. But after sunlit days, once they stay the same, the horizon, with silhouettes of multi-story buildings scattered across this plain, glows with light pollution. A vague mass of neutral white light centers neutral white light neutral white light centers between the gaps of foliage. Rises the moon. Okay. Um, I don't know. I like that. It's just like what was Bro in 2020 thinking when Bro wrote that scene? Goddamn.
They
Here's
were thinking I was like throwing blood down the sink or something. I don't know. They
and
were
she,
they were probably schizo at the moment.
I was probably what?
Schizo at the moment. Schizo like schizophrenia.
No,
Schizo.
no,
Yeah.
no,
Yes, I bet you. I bet you were
no.
like
My
the one.
schizo arc started when I was 17. You're cringe.
Nah, I bet you were like the walls. They're green. They are so green, or something like that.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So
Interior.
what is
Wait, go ahead.
what did you want? Like, do I just need to listen? Do I give
You
writing?
can talk whenever you want. I need your help.
Yeah, like I don't understand what I should do to help.
Yeah, I need your opinion if it's good or if it's bad. And I know it's bad, so you just have to pretend it's good, and then we can be like, oh wow, 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 wow."
No, it's that for me. Like I don't think it's bad. No, it's okay.
You're deluding yourself. Thick streaks
No,
of desaturated crimson waves split off into individual strands, flowing off to the rounded edges of the couch cushion. M rests her head against a pair of thighs. Ella struggles to rest her arms, hovering between the couch cushion. She leans against or along M's hair. Their soft, humming exhales contrast the creaking of a wooden floor. A stomp against its surface prompts Ella to lay down in an audible jolt. Apologies. Tyler drops his other foot to the ground as the apartment succumbs to near-complete silence. He ties the laces of his remaining shoe as a pair of arms tingle into a knot of limbs. The front door offers a sliver of cool light, glowing to the shoulder width of a silhouetted torso as a half-open eye gains consciousness. The world begins to fall to darkness. Its dim signs isolate the contrasting reds and magentas of the room's only source of light, blinking with brightness thrice every second. It closes. Ella shuts her eyes, close, close with visible force. Wow. Um, the pulses of two heartbeats. Heartbeats. I can't do this. I can do this. It's just a matter of like if I can lock in or not. Lock in, get it
If
twisted.
you look, you can do anything.
If you lock in, you
For
get
now,
comfy.
it sounds alright for now. I don't think it's
But
bad.
this is the you haven't seen the part I changed yet. This is literally the
Ah,
regular.
okay.
I'm ripping. It's
I
just
don't.
that.
I haven't read that script, so I don't know. I don't know what has been changed or not.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, you didn't even. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we had agreed that I will wait until it was done and shit.
Ella finds herself below the weight of another person, their arms interlock, suspended jagged at an obscuring angle. Stressed out fingers, whitened lips, and clenched fists interrupt the cool serenity of the living room. Her attempts to shift out of place, unbend her arms, and to stifle a hot pink raging pyre meet M's equally concerned facial expression. Are you okay? Ella chokes on nothing as they lift up from her body, nearly standing up as they remark, as they, as they remark. Sorry, I didn't mean to. She jolts up with an audible, cathartic gasp for air. No, no, don't be. I'm really sorry. Ella reaches for, Ella reaches forward, forward. Listen, barely touching M's hand with her own. Please stay. I will. The sound of the front door opening fills with the lack of further dialogue. Its movements matches Ella hugging M. Tyler shifts through the hallway, passing the two of them in a silence, with the metallic rattles of keys coinciding with the loss of light again. So, yeah, do I have to talk about every scene? 1 second.
Yeah, it's okay. Don't worry. I can wait.
Okay. Exterior Tyler's apartment complex, late night. The lonely ambience of the hours past midnight. The lonely ambience of the hours past midnight matched Tyler's lack of expression. He hovers over the passenger seat of his vehicle, the front, motionless. A deep inhale precedes dots of lights converging into various lengths of rings, co-centering around a point beneath the horizon. Exterior, beach, late night. Waves of dark, blistering crashes create distortions of light along the purple, moonlit sky. Dear God. What barely remains of the marine layer extends past the horizon as strands of gray smoke smother over the sparkling ocean. As always, we love you from within the depth of our souls. Tyler kneels against the edge of the beach, nearly at the intersection of its wet and dry sand. And we have many questions for you. His fingers point towards a pair of closed eyes with clasped hands. Today, we have nothing to offer you except the truth of our hearts. The highlights of liquid wax catch the emboldened absolute whites of an equally bright presence in the sky. And we hope this is enough to answer our question of the 15th of November of 2018. Sorry. My bad. I should just fuck. I should just cry.
What was that sound?
It was the sound of realizing how cringe this scene is.
Fuck you. I will hit you and you're cringe
Okay.
because it is not cringe. So I will hit you.
Darkness and silence alike suffocate the air. An outline of Tyler's form manifests as a white value amongst a dozen other bright silhouettes. A dozen of a dozen other a white value amongst a dozen of other bright. Thank God I'm reading this out loud. Their mouths move in unison. How can I do more? The entire surface of its iris and all its delicate hues captures the silhouette of another person and its reflection, a vague effigy of shapes and lines falling. The figure descends in front of Tyler, standing equidistant from the they kneel as well. Tyler's hand reach out, they return the gesture, with the warmth of their physical contact serving as a battle against the frozen lack of time. I don't like that line. Combating. Frozen.
Ahí te debe comer.
Okay. Beads of water float, suspended in the air, the boundary between the sky and the ocean converge in a vague fusion of clouds and water. Hello. A brief whimper meets a tighter grasp. He offers a soft, reassuring hug, wrapping one another in a blend of incorporeal and human arms. They're both incorporeal. M appears as an angel before him, donning the iconography of feathered wings and a halo. A moment of mutual, silent crying passed in silence. He opens the distance, between the two of their faces, leaning back with his hands against their shoulders. His cold yet empathetic eyes physically express sorrow. Grains of sand. Ah! It's falling apart! Things Fall
Calm
Apart
down.
by
It's way
Tokyo
better than you
to
think it
to
is.
Takeo.
It's better than you think it is. You're just being silly.
I'm
You're
the
going to go
okay.
back to it. You will read this later and you will go like, damn, I'm actually a good artist. What the fuck? Like you did like a bunch of times. Because when you're making things, you're
I'm
like
gonna rip you to
biased
shreds. Shut,
and you write
shut,
like
shut,
things.
shut, 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 shut. Okay.
You do not
Sorry, that
accept
was
the
rude.
truth. You will learn to accept the truth eventually.
You're already dead. You're already dead.
Damn.
That was the sound of me reaching into the computer and teleporting behind you, and then you're gonna look behind you and you're gonna see me. And
And I'm going to get ripped to shreds.
okay.
I bet. Ripped to shreds.
Grains of sand shift to the movement of feet, then knees, then a finger. M sits beside him, drawing. A circle precedes a line, followed by more. Tyler smiles through tears at the sight of sick people. Can I meet her? A flame. The flame of his candle excites to its own extinction, considering all of its X-rays. The stars lose their presence in the sky. Interior alternate Tyler's living room. Late night. They find themselves in a void of near-complete darkness, save for the dim, clouded rays of bright cyan moonlight. Tyler's soul hovers beside them. The two of them watch Ella sleeping along the couch, lacking her fire. The ethereal presence of a faint voice makes itself known. Each syllable chokes on the next. Can we wait until morning? Interior Tyler's living room. Golden hour. The neutral whites and grays of the room take on the highlights of bold ambers. Dust flows in a peaceful sway of near motionlessness. I love myself. Interior Tyler's bathroom, golden hour. I think I should just stop. I didn't even get to the part I changed yet. I think I should just stop. I think I should just stop. I think I should just stop.
It's nice.
You're nice. You're too nice. She just shreds.
I mean, yes, I am nice because I'm fucking amazing, but like it's just like what you're reading is like an okay thing. It's okay. It's not that bad. It's not bad in the first place. Meow, meow, meow.
Interior Tyler's bathroom, golden hour. A pair of naked figures stare at one another. Blood runs between the edges of tiles, gathering in a puddle of liquid by both of their feet. Em hovers beside the bathroom sink with their hands gathered into a ball of fingers, nervously shifting. They look away. What remains of their chest overflows with the presence of their ribs, with the appearance of their heart emerging several times beneath them. Each ni san yo. Ella stands behind them, with equally stiff body language, though with an unmatched composure in her encouragement. Hey! Ah, cries. Hey! Hey! Cries. Hey! Try not to look down! A pair of eyes meet hers, then their own. Another exchange of awkward, embarrassed smiles contribute to a playful tension in their intermittent eye contact. A slight chuckle breaks her speech. Say it! Me when I fucking can we pretend we don't exist. She leans in closer beside them, the tightening of her grip against their shoulder. The intimacy of physical touch intensifies the range of hues in her flame. A set of magentas, yellows, and cyans blend together seamlessly. M's forced squint coincides with further validation. Hey! A squeal serves as a reply. I believe in you. Their shoulders raise as high as they can. My body, their pitch lowers, is... Okay, now this is the part I changed. So this scene originally was like, OMG, they're kissing, and like the M healed her fucking scars, and like, um, but
So like,
now that scene
fucking
ends
love.
there, and I changed the pacing.
Okay.
So I will continue in just a second. Oh God.
Okay.
Uh, Interior alternate Tyler's living room, golden hour. A halo slanted wraps around Tyler's neck. Their head rests against his shoulder. M's head rests against his shoulder. The rising sun takes on a murky green tint, contrasted by the anxiety of his stare. Visible distress emanates from his borderline lack of color, a denatured, translucent blend of grays and purples, nearly adopting the same darkness of the surrounding furniture. The angel's eyes squint open with tears in their corners. They freeze. I'm sorry. Tyler maintains his composure. You'll be okay. Me when I fuck up the delivery. Anyways. Oh, 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 oh. I don't feel at all. World comprised of everything but me. Okay. He reaches for the locks of their hair, patting their head. M jolts up to their feet. I should play music. That would help.
darling, I have bad news.
What do you mean?
That I'm like about to go to the thing with the friend,
Okay.
so I have to leave the call. I'm still going to be around text though. I can try to type on text. Sorry
Okay.
though.
Don't be sorry.
But yeah, for now the scene is okay. I don't really see anything that I think I will change. I think it's alright. You don't need to worry so much. Okay? Like and I know it doesn't like help a lot to just be told, yeah, it's okay, don't worry. But like it is okay, and you don't need to worry. Your brain is being silly and stuff. Maybe OCD. Maybe that's maybe who knows? It may not be that. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. I don't know. I'm not a fucking OCD expert. Maybe I should become one. I should become an OCD expert. So yeah, I have to leave now. Okay. Love you.
Bye. M jolts up to their feet, casting an exaggerated shadow over another person in the wall beside him. Ella stretches out her arms at a light cone of movements, lacking the presence of her fire. The angel winces, unable to watch as Tyler can't stop staring. I'm so sorry. Tyler stifles an attempt to stifle an attempt to extend his arm. M. A feminine voice lowers in volume. Goofball. The angel audibly sobs. Tyler holds him tightly. Ella gets up from the couch and looks over to her side. The sight of a half-open door prompts her to amble towards the porch. The room falls to silence, save for the sound of footsteps and their cries. The shadow of M drops past the side of the couch with a thump. Tyler kneels, hugging them further as Ella approaches the two of them. Her gaze ceases as she glares in a general direction. He looks back at her with her mouth hanging ajar. A peaceful breeze blows a pair of curtains around Tyler's hunched posture, swaying with greater strength as the door opens further with the pull of the handle. The angel stands up suddenly, taking a step forward. Their mouth covers. Screams, prompting them to sprint out of their room, sobbing further. Tyler reaches for the back of his neck with both of his hands as Ella looks over the edge. Exterior, beach, golden hour. The sun gains its unapologetic presence in the sky, as the shifting of water accelerates at the slightest rate. Interior, alternative. Interior, alternative, alternate. alternate. Between the gaps of the limbs, Tyler holds a cross between his thumb and index finger. I don't know. He looks up to the side of. Tyler sits along the opposite edge of the interior from the glass structure. I don't know how to help him. Fish swim. Round. It didn't fucking finish. Didn't fucking finish. The sun hovers above the horizon. Holy cannabis. The finger draws the outline of a taller stick figure beside the two of the. I should just cry. I should just cry. 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 He steps forward, standing beside them. with only sniffles filling the silence. Her insides have floated further. A wrap of arms around M's neck forms a hug. Her flushed cheeks reflect the warmth of her reply. It's okay. Her body squeezes against theirs. You don't have to. A deep, palpable sadness grips on her cry. The fading of whatever, 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 whatever. What if I'm just cringe? What if I'm just cringe? What if I'm just cringe? Express yourself. Okay. No. Put your head down.